Hey everybody, welcome back to Movie Master, where we rank, review, trailer react, and talk news about movies, TV shows, sometimes video games. Now, if my throat sounds a bit awful, if I go like, it's because I have a bit of a throat issue, but sorry in advance if I go like that during the video. Hopefully I can keep it to a cool down, but nonetheless, let's get on with the video. So, today I'm going to talk about Cobra Kai Season 5 and what we know so far. So this is going to be basically what we know about the series so far. And yeah, what could happen. If you want me to rank all 4 seasons, I've already done a video for that on my channel. Or talk about predictions for Season 5. I've already done a video on that. Today I'll be just talking about what we know so far about the show. That's been confirmed by the creators and the actors and the characters and by the events of Season 4. Now remember, spoilers for Cobra Kai Season 4, since this video will mainly pertain to spoilers from that season. Okay guys, so yeah, just make sure to be aware of that, and let's get into it now with the first point: who will be returning as their characters. Obviously, Ralph Macchio will be reprising the role of Daniel LaRusso, William Zabka, Johnny Lawrence, Mary Mauser, Samantha LaRusso, Jacob Bertrand, Eli, Dimitri. Obviously, Gianni will be reprising his role as Dimitri. And then Jolo Maria Jr. as Miguel Diaz, Teddy Buchanan as Robbie, Peyton List as Tori, Martin Cove as John Kreese, Thomas Ian Griffith as Terry Silver, Mitch, Chris, Bert, Nate, all will be returning for the next season, including Kenny and a bunch of other actors. One reason we may know this is that, well, they've finished filming Season 5. In September to December, that's how long it took them to film Season 5, from September of 2021 and finished in December. So from December, likely until May or April, is how long they're going to do post-production. Because for post-production, you have to do visual effects, add-ins of certain things, because they're using creative practical effects. Like they had to edit it, take out a lot of wires, mix together everything, cut things that won't make sense for the script, and then merge it all into one episode, put the credits and title screens and all that in, and everything. And then boom, you finish the episode. Nonetheless, there are indeed other characters possibly coming back, like Sean Kanan's Mike Barge, who has not been seen since the Karate Kid Part 3 in 1989. Seeing him reappear in the show will indeed be awesome, and seeing him come back in the series, and since he's such a big fan, we would be cool, and seeing his minions come back would be cool too. Now, who else do we know could be returning? Who knows? They're likely Carmen will be obviously returning. Many others. A lot of people ask whether or not Jolo Mario Jr. will be a big character in this season since he's cast as Blue Beetle. Now, do not need to be worried since he's already finished filming for Cobra Kai Season 5 and he's now filming for Blue Beetle, which is released in 2023. So don't worry. And yes, he'll likely be back to film Cobra Kai Season 6. But that won't be for a little while. We just need to worry about Season 5. And yeah, that's so far all we know for returning characters and where it could go. Another thing that I would like to see, I think that's been confirmed by them, is that, well, it'll be split in 2 halves. One half will take place in Ecuador, New Mexico, Ecuador. Even though the series was filmed in Puerto Rico, it'll be taking place in Ecuador and New Mexico, and the other half will be set in the Valley, with Chosen and Daniel trying to raise their students and help them learn the more offensive style of Miyagi-Do karate. So yeah, and then, well, on the other side, we'll see Johnny and Robbie looking for Miguel. Because there's basically concerns about why Johnny and Robbie are now going to look for Miguel. So yeah. What I believe will likely happen is that the series will start off where the Season 4 left off, in around not long after the event of the All Valley Tournament, with Johnny now going to look for Miguel, who is in New Mexico, and Robbie will likely tag along to help him out. And we'll see them go on a father-son trip and bond over as, well, father and son. And likely they'll find Miguel, and they'll soon try to convince him to get back to the light side, and it'll take a long episode arc of them traveling and soon finding Miguel, and then getting him to turn against the good side, coming back to the side of light, and blah, blah, blah. And then likely they'll all fight alongside each other in some major fights. And we'll likely see the introduction of Miguel's dad, who we have not seen introduced in the series yet, but it will be fascinating to see them tackle that territory. Because I think that's what Miguel needs to finish his character of a bit. Because it's kind of what makes him similar to Daniel. Daniel already knew loads about his dad. Daniel knew about who his father was. He knew who his dad was. Even though his dad died at a young age, when he was a young boy, he knew who his father was, and he knew what a great person he was. That's the same thing I think Miguel needs to know in order to become more, in order to to kind of complete that half of him being half Daniel, half Johnny hybrid, and having his own characteristics and expand and make that his own thing. Because I feel like a lot of people want Miguel to become a Daniel LaRusso of his generation. And I think the creators are going to give us that, but they're going to give us it slowly. It's a slow development. He'll go from his sort of own character to like a Johnny character in season 1 and 2 to like a Daniel character in season 3 and 4 and 5. I think the series overall will turn him into a bit of a Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence hybrid of his generation. He'll be lighthearted, he'll be balanced, he'll be lighthearted, he'll know when to strike first, he'll know when to show mercy, he shows mercy, honor, and he'll know when to strike first and hard. Only when he needs to, and he'll know to be balanced. I'm not surprised he would function from the balance area, considering he's quite a balanced person. He's a hothead, but he's balanced. But Miguel being a hothead kind of got introduced by Johnny. Miguel isn't always a hothead. He can be a hothead, but he still has that sweetness and kindness in him that makes him like Daniel LaRusso. And he's not always such a hothead because, well, to be fair, it wasn't really in his blood. It was kind of Daniel and Johnny were hotheads, So yeah, and I'm very excited to see where they can go with this season, and where they could go is fascinating. And the question I want to answer is, why are Johnny and Robbie, wearing FBI jerseys? There's a leaked photo of Tanya Buchanan and William Zabka, who played Robbie and Johnny from Cobra Kai, are in FBI jerseys. And this makes me question, why are they in FBI shirts? Is there a reason for this? We'll likely find out why they're there, why they're wearing those, and yeah. Another plotline I want to see is Tori and Sam reconciling. Now, this is something that's likely gonna probably happen, considering that the series planted the seeds for this. Now, this may not be confirmed to happen, but they're kind of hinting at it in interviews and in series things. When Peyton List answered, will Tori and Robbie stay together, she hinted at the fact that she could get more people in her corner. That possibly may be Sam and Amanda. And also, the season 4 hinted at the fact that Sam and, well, Tori can reconcile. And seeing Sam being surprised by Tori asking if she's alright, I think what I like is season 4 made her more of a 3-dimensional character instead of 1-dimensional. Season 1 and 3, season 2 and 3, she was pretty much 1-dimensional and pretty much just a bad guy, a bad girl, bad guy who dated Miguel. Pretty much now she's got her own identity and her own kind of character. And I really think they did well with that. And I'm very excited to see where they could go. And seeing Sam and Tori reconcile and possibly Tori turn into the good guys would be interesting. Because, well, her loyalty was to John Kreese. And now that Kreese is likely going to go to prison. But not yet. Because, well, yes, although Stingray did say it was John Kreese that assaulted him, you need more sufficient evidence to put a person away. And they sound like I'm stupid, but that's actually realistic. You can't put someone away based on their word. You need a confession. You need witnesses. You need confirmation of security tapes. You need a law confirmation, although Terry Silver will likely have some good lawyers. But yeah, you need a law confirmation in order for him to fully get sentenced to prison. But yeah, it's likely that while he's going to go deal with his legal problems in likely prison, Terry Silver will indeed take over the dojo, and Tori will soon figure out about how Kreese is in prison, and soon, midway through, will try to leave Cobra Kai in a desperate attempt to try and ask them for help and try and defeat Terry Silver. So it's likely we'll see there. And I'll be very excited to see if Sam and Tori do indeed make up, because they have so much similarity. They're strong, independent people who, well, can function on their own time. They both have advice on how to deal with them. They're both good in certain areas. Tori's good at more offense. Sam is good at defense. And them gonna merge their own styles and becoming their own style is gonna be unique. And I think what the series is gonna try and do is every character is gonna have their own style, make it their own way. And what I like is Daniel and Johnny soon learn to have their own style. They think their way is the only way. And that's kind of an interesting thing. And one thing I like always notice is that you can tell Sam understands a bit about the rivalry, but not the full on it. Because the thing with Johnny and Daniel is that they get set off by anything from each other. That's the issue with their rivalry. Like, Johnny gets set off by anything Daniel says. Daniel gets set off by anything Johnny could say by accident. And their styles are too different. They're too different styles. And it's very fascinating seeing how they can merge those styles together. Yeah, and seeing how that could work in the future will be very cool to see. And seeing Sam and Tori reconciling would be an interesting plotline, and I'll be very excited because Season 4, they set up so many great plotlines for Season 5. And now that they're no longer following story beats similar to Karate Kid Part 3, because now they're answering a what-if question instead of following beats, whereas Cobra Kai Season 1 followed Karate Kid 1, Cobra Kai Season 2, follow Karate Kid Part 2, Cobra Kai Season 3 and 4, follow Karate Kid Part 3. It looks like that Cobra Kai Season 5 and the later seasons will be going into uncharted territory. And where we could go with that and doing the college plot lines and doing the time jump, where we can go with that would be interesting. And yeah. Another thing we definitely know is that, well, Chosen and Daniel will not be teaming up and likely teaching the Miyagi-Dos more offense and defense. And possibly Johnny leaves the Eagle fans with him. Who knows? But they seem to be on good terms, and Johnny will likely lead them to take care of the Miyagi-Do and Eagle fans together to try and teach them more defense and offense. And likely, yeah, we'll likely see the rest of the Miyagi-Do and Eagle fans team up together and become a stronger group, and try to become a stronger group, and soon learn to be strengthened in their core and their outer shell, and become a strong group. And likely then, obviously, Robbie and Miguel, and possibly even Tori will come back and then join the team and all that. Maybe, who knows? Maybe Robbie won't even join any karate. He'll just leave it alone in the valley, or come back. Who knows? And maybe, who knows? Tori will come back or something. I don't know. We don't know what would happen. It'll be fascinating to see, but we don't know what happens. But it'll be fascinating to see what they're going to do. And overall, what else is there to confirm? We do know that, for example, if we read the script for Season 5 and we didn't see Season 4, our heads would explode. It's likely that the season will delve into unknown territory, and we'll likely see Miguel find out more about his past, similar to how Daniel knows about his past. Although he knows that his dad passed away at a young age, he knew who his dad was, and he got to have a new father figure in Mr. Miyagi. He knew that his dad was there, and I think Miguel needs that, because a lot of people want Miguel to be the Daniel of his generation, and I think the creators are going to give us that, because they know some of the fans would want that. Because, well, some of the fans do want Miguel to be similar to Daniel, to be like a Daniel LaRusso of their generation, like the main hero character. Not like the main hero, but yeah, like one of the main hero characters. I think they will morph Miguel into a more like Daniel and Johnny-ish hybrid. More like a Daniel-Johnny hybrid. They'll merge that into one, because in Season 1 and 2, he was like Johnny, and then Season 3 and 4 and 5, and future seasons, he'll be like a bit like Daniel. I think when Miguel figures out where he comes from and he knows about his past, it's likely that it'll now morph him more into a Daniel and Johnny hybrid. And obviously it'd be cool to see him possibly see him in the Miyagi-Do gi, because we've only seen him in other gis. It'd be cool to see him with the headband, because honestly, we never see anybody wearing the iconic headbandana that, well, Daniel LaRusso wears. And seeing someone else wear that would kind of be a representation of Daniel and Johnny passing down the torch. That Miguel wears the headband that shows Daniel and Johnny are now passing down the torches of their karate. And seeing that happening will be cool. It's likely, yeah, but it could never happen, but I think that will likely morph Miguel into like a Daniel and Johnny merged into one. And I think that he'll likely be competing in the next door valley. And obviously have a more major role to play. So yeah, who knows, everybody, who knows. And now the final thing we need to talk about, and the most major one, is the release date of Cobra Kai. Now, this season we don't know when it could be releasing. It could be having a December release. They even asked the creators about this. They said December or no, and it's unknown to them. A lot of people think it's April or May. I doubt it would be, because it took 4 months to shoot the series. And it'll take 4 or 5 months to do post-production. December, January, February, March, April. It'll likely take 5.5 months worth of post-production to finish off the series. So it's unlikely that we're going to get Cobra Kai, and it's likely going to take until May, June, July, August. So it's likely August, September, or December. I doubt November or October would be possible dates. I think August, September, or December are likely dates. December, I can see what that people would think that's a realistic date for Cobra Kai Season 5 to premiere on Netflix. Because, well, it is a realistic date. A lot of other stuff's already premiered then, and it kind of gives it its own space to be popular. Or September, when it can kind of shine on its own in the fall area. So yeah, August, September, or December. I'll be disappointed if it's December, but I can see why, because then, well, Stranger Things and other shows will already be out, so this will get to have its own identity. September or August will be a realistic yet possible release day, but we don't know. Who knows? Maybe it will come out in August, September, or December, or in between October or November. Who knows? We don't really know when it's coming out. We know it's coming out in 2022. Well, obviously Netflix wouldn't put it on their release schedule, because, well, they haven't finished post-production. Once they finish post-production, Obviously, after they finish post-production, the Netflix team will jumble together a teaser trailer and then throw it out in the world. Because the first teaser we've gotten is a Season 5 V logo, which is 5 in Roman numerals. And, well, yeah, because so far all we've gotten, like I've explained before, is basically a Roman numeral V. V in Roman numerals is 5. And that was revealed in a little short video that Season 5 is indeed now coming. That's the first teaser. The next teaser will likely be more just chopped down together clips of it, and then obviously teaser trailers and sneak peeks. So who knows, August, September, or December I think is the likeliest release date in my personal opinion. August or September I believe more, but who knows? Who knows? I'd like it to be September or August. Personally, I like it to be September because it feels like it's more realistic. And yeah, if it's December or August, I'm fine with that. But yeah, we gotta hold our hope. This isn't confirmed. It's unknown what release date we could be getting for the next season. But we gotta keep out and watch out on that watch fire for what could be happening. But yeah, nonetheless, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of that Movie Master content. And comment down below what did you think of the video. And what did you think of Cobra Kai Season 4? Have you seen it? Did you like it? And are you going to watch the next season when it comes out? Tell me in the comments below. And tell me what do you want to see in the next season, okay? Make sure to see you guys later. I'll see you, and bye.